We will continue with our table, and before I go any further I will click on save here. So I will save my table, and after that we will add some color on the tabletop. So I go to surfaces and I will add orange plastic. I will drag and drop the color on the tabletop, and we got this dialog, and we will choose the first one, replace the smart paint for this part only, yes. And after that we will add a cleat on this side to hold all the boards. We'll do that by using shapes, catalog shapes, and I will right drag a block, drop it on this board, on this face, and then I use drop as part, and we got this dialog that tells us that I have dropped a part on a linked feature. So, but I click no because I don't just want one and not a part or a block on every board. As you see, when I dropped a block on as a part on a selected assembly, this part become now a part of this assembly. If we click on the assembly here in the scene browser, we see that this part is at the bottom. And that's not what I want, because I want it to be a separate part outside this assembly. So the question is, what should I do now? Should I delete this block and drag another one? Or, well, I can drag this block, grab it, drag it to the top of this structure and drop it here. And now it is outside this assembly. It's a separate part now, and that's how I want it. So I continue to change the size of this one. I go to the IntelliShape level, take this handle, grab this handle, and to snap to this side. And I click on this handle to change the width to 100. And I also grab this handle to snap to this edge, and do the same with this one, snap to that edge. After that I will, when this one is selected, I control select this one, the opposite, and I will type 1180 and hit enter, and then I got the total length of it. I will deselect to select it again so that we are in the part level, because I want a copy of this one on the other side. But first I will change the name of it. I go to the scene browser, I will type cleat tabletop. When it's selected in part level, I turn on the tribal, and then I will move the tribal to the center of this hole. So I unlock the tribal, right click to center point of this hole, and then I lock the tribal, and I will also right click on this orientation handle to mirror and link, and we've got a cleat on the other one, on the other side too. So I turn off the tribal, and we will give this cleat a color, surfaces. We go to surfaces and we drag an orange plastic and drop it here, and the other one will also be colored because they are linked. So I will grab the tabletop view like so. We will now chamfer the edges of the lower frame. I will zoom in these edges, and we can do that by using the chamfer edges, that command if you want. But since this is a tutorial about drag and drop modeling and using the tribal, we will do it in another way. We go to the catalog shapes, and I will drag an H block and drop it here in the midpoint. I zoom in a bit, like so, and we turn on the tribal, select this axis, and left drag inside the tribal, and we type 45 degrees, hit enter, turn off the tribal, we select that handle and control select this one, and then we grab this handle to drag, and we use the Smart snap to snap to this side, and we grab this handle to move it a bit to remove material in that direction too. And then orbit to see this handle. Grab the handle, use the smart snap to snap to this edge. And when it is in that position, we click at the end of the value, we type -10 and hit enter. And to do that, this formula field must be activated, so otherwise it will not work. So we hit enter to remove 10 millimeter. Then we will add this H block on the other side too, a copy of it. So we will use the tribal to do that. We turn on the tribal when this is selected in the IntelliShape level, and we have to move the tribal to the center of this hole. So we unlock the tribal, right click on the center handle to center point of this hole, and we have to orientate the tribal so it will be get in the right position. So we right click inside the tribal, and from this menu we choose orient tribal to global, and we lock the tribal, right click on this orientation handle, mirror and link, and we got another one on the other side. Then we turn off the tribal, and we will do the same with this one. We grab the H block, drag it, drop it here in the midpoint, turn on the tribal, select this axis, left drag a bit inside the tribal, and when we release we type 45 degrees and hit enter. Turn off the tribal, select that handle, control select this one, and we left drag and use the smart snap to snap to this face. Then we drag this handle to remove material, and we get the height handle to grab that handle, snap to this edge, and then at the end of this value we click and we type -10 and hit enter. When it is selected in IntelliShape level, we turn on the tribal, move the tribal to the center, unlock it, and then we right click on the center handle to center point of this hole, and we orientate it in the right way to the right position, orient tribal to global, and we lock the tribal, right click on the orientation handle to choose mirror and link, and we have chamfered that edge too. Let me turn off the tribal like so. And I will go to tabletop view. Well, now we are almost finished with our table, but first, before we finish this video, we will make an assembly of this table. I've moved the cursor up to this corner, press and hold the left mouse button and to use a window selection to select all parts in the scene. Then I right click on the table to choose assemble, and then go to the scene browser, click twice on the name, and we name it wooden table. And I will also save it like so. So we got that one, and we double click on the middle mouse button to fit scene. Well, as you see, it is very easy to model in IronCAD by using the drag and drop method. And by using the tribal, it is very easy to move, rotate, copy and assemble parts in the scene. So this is the final part in how to model a wooden table in IronCAD.